Hey everybody, what's going on? Hellmite here, bringing you another video from Grab the Lantern today. Today I want to talk about the Evelynn rework. It's finally here, we finally get to play with the new Evelynn, and I kind of want to talk about how it's shaping up and kind of how I feel how she's been doing. Now, I think, firstly, I do want to say, I really like the Evelynn rework. Now, I wasn't a particularly prolific Evelynn player before the rework, but I really like the aspects of this rework. I think they found a good way to keep Evelynn's Q spam intact while making it a little bit better on your pinky finger and a little bit more windowed of an ability so that it can still be used as an assassin's kit and not necessarily just as a spam this ability whenever you're in combat move. I really like how they found a way to balance out her stealth. Now she's not overly impactful pre-6. She does have to kind of work a little bit harder for her ganks, and she's not going to just show up and kill you instantly because she's invisible. Now you do have some counterplay to her before she actually gets her ultimate. And I also really like how she has a little bit more utility to the team. She does have the ability to charm an enemy champion. She has the MR shred attached to her W anyway, so even if she doesn't get the charm, she's still going to be able to do something of value for your team. I really like a lot of the aspects of the Evelynn rework, and I think most importantly, she maintains the sort of aura that she always had previously, which is that she's supposed to be this scary, invisible assassin lady, and now she finally feels like that scary, invisible assassin lady. That's really cool. The biggest thing for me, though, with the Evelynn rework is that, you know, it's not perfect. I think there are issues with it, and I think Riot might have overshot on the amount of counterplay they wanted to give Evelynn. See, they did want to widen open assassin windows for counterplay so that you don't just instantly die. So someone like Zed ults you have... It's a big warning, so you have plenty of time to realize he's coming for me. You can play around that, he has to land skill shots, and then it takes a while for the mark to actually pop. So if you have an ally there with a clutch heal, if you have Zhonya's Hourglass, you can negate the second portion of Zed's ultimate and not die. That's a very extended window of assassination. Evelynn, however, I think has almost too much warning built into her kit. Having to wait 2.5 seconds for the mark to finally be ready to get to charm the enemy champion is a long time to wait, especially in the middle of a fight or when you're coming for a gank. And then it's dependent on actually hitting them with an ability, so you're going to have to be either very good with the Q or you're going to have to get close enough to hit them with the E. And given that E's range is not very big at all, it feels almost impossible to get the mark to pop unless they were very pushed out and they were going to die anyways. And when you're trying to pick off an enemy champion, if they're alone, maybe you have a chance of getting the mark. Otherwise, you probably don't. Someone else is going to show up, they're going to see you, and then once they see you, they know where you're going to be throwing the Q from, and there's just nothing really you can do about it. It leads to a disappointing situation for the Evelynn player that you have to wait so long. Sure, you don't have to wait, but because Evelynn has so little crowd control, I mean, that's her only CC spell on the kit, it just makes it that much harder for her to pull off a gank if she's not getting the charm. Landing the charm almost guarantees that you're going to be killing somebody, but if you don't get the charm, there's not a whole lot else she brings to the table. That is one of the biggest things I'm disappointed with Evelynn, is that her range is significantly low on the E. I would love for that ability to have a slightly longer range, so it feels like Evelynn can get in range to actually do some damage, but I also understand why Riot are hesitant to give that more range, because it's targeted. It means that if she gets the charm, she presses E on you, and you're instantly charmed with nothing that you can do about it because it applies on hit effects. So I understand why it can't be that long range, but looking at potentially buffing the range would be a good place for me personally. Besides that, I really do like her assassination pattern if she's able to pull it off. You get the charm with you charm the enemy champion, you hit them with the Q, you spam the Q, you use your E to get in on them further, and then the ultimate to get out. I really like Evelynn's ultimate because it feels very assassin-y to me. It can be used as an escape in a pinch situation because it grants targetability and teleports you back a big distance, but it's also really nice for an assassin because it gives Evelynn a way out that doesn't feel necessarily bad for the person playing against it. If she's forced to use it early, she'll still get the damage, but she may not get the kill. She wants to wait until the absolute last possible second to use it and then instantly teleport away, and that's not always necessarily going to happen. It also feels like it has a deceptively short range. You think it should hit people, and then it doesn't because it's not actually that long of a range of ability. You do need to be right on top of the person for it to land, so it's another way to balance her out. If you're able to kite her out, she doesn't necessarily have the ability to burst you. So I do really like Evelynn. I think even with the stealth change pre-6, she still has very strong early ganks if you have any sort of laner that can follow up on you. I feel like she's a reasonable duelist. I've managed to successfully duel a Vi in this game and then a Kayn in another game, and Kayn is very strong early game. So I do feel like Eve may see play. She does have potential. I just think that parts of her kit are clunky and may need to be looked at in the future in order for her to really get into a good spot. But I think that Riot hit their goals with this rework. She feels more accessible, she finally matches her theme, and she does the whole perma-stealth champion thing in a much more healthy way than she did before. So I'm a big fan of how this all went down. Anyways, those are my opinions on Evelynn, sorry. On Evelynn, I would love to hear your guys' opinions down in the comment section below. Let me know how you guys have been building her, where you've been playing her, what you think of her. If you're an Eve main, I would especially love to hear from you guys, as I would love to hear your comparisons between old Eve and new Eve. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like, and if you really enjoy the video, consider subscribing. I upload a video every Monday, Friday, and on patch days as well. And if you're hungry for more Grab the Lantern content, you can go ahead and check out my blog, grabthelantern.tumblr.com. I upload an article there just about each and every single day for your enjoyment. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will talk to you all later.